Hey, Pastor Jeff here. I wanted to share with you today about a verse that I see taken out of context all the time. In this post, we're calling Straight Out of Context. The verse that I'm talking about is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Whether it's Steph Curry shooting a three, or that person exercising, going for a jog, or trying to deal with annoying people. We hear this verse quoted, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Sometimes it's even just the first half of it, I can do all things. And it's true. You have God-given gifts and abilities. Steph Curry has God-given gifts and ability to make those threes that he makes. And when you're out on that jog and you're running, he has given you the strength. And you can do all things through Christ. But the context of this verse is something very different than how it seems to be used right now. Paul, having been just gifted money from the church in Philippi, says to them in verse 11, I'm not saying this because I am in need. I have learned to be content in whatever the circumstance. I know what it is to be in need. I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in every situation. Whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. See, in context, this verse is more meaningful right now in the situation that we find ourselves in than Steph Curry shooting a three. Some of us are out of jobs. Some of us don't know when we're going to go back to work. And worry and anxiety has settled in. A few verses beforehand, Paul says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. See, right now, when we don't know if we're going to go back to work or if our job is going to be there, are we going to get the paycheck? Do we have to apply for unemployment? We can learn what it means to really say the verse, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. We can lean into him and be content in Jesus and trust that he has us. So Paul, saying this verse to Philippi, speaks loud and true in 2020. You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. You can be content in plenty and in want. Be encouraged.